The rain in high school was merciless that afternoon. It pelted down, drenching uniforms, pooling on cracked cement, blurring the laughter of boys huddled under the bus stop roof. I was in the open, clutching my flimsy umbrella that flipped inside out with the first gust. The boys laughed harder. And then came his voice. Ethan. The boy I had secretly admired for years. My son. My impossible crush. He tossed me his broken umbrella with a smirk. Here. Suit you, broken and useless. The laughter stung deeper than the rain. That day, I promised myself, never again. The years were not kind to memories, but they were kind to me. I built myself, brick by brick, until I stood tall, lead negotiator, sharp in tailored suits, heels clicking like thunder in marble corridors. That morning, when I stepped into the boardroom, confidence wrapped around me like armor. Until I saw him. Ethan. Older, edges dulled, desperation hiding under a forced charm. He was here seeking investment. And I was the one holding the power. His eyes widened, recognition slicing through him. Mine did not waver. The negotiation was tense. Numbers were thrown, terms dissected. But Ethan's gaze kept returning to me, clinging like the rain once had. You remember high school? He tried casually, leaning back. You with your umbrella, always so stubborn. I kept my silence. A blade is sharper when unsheathed at the right time. Finally, he leaned forward, voice lower. Do you hate me? For how I treated you? Before I could answer, Adrian, my business partner, my closest ally, spoke with a calm steel. She doesn't waste time hating people who don't matter. But if you're here for mercy, know this, we only build with people who respect her. Clearly, you never did. Ethan froze. The deal collapsed. The rain had returned when we stepped out of the building. Life's cruel poetry. Adrian opened an umbrella, not flimsy, not broken, but sturdy and elegant. He held it over me, pulling me close so not a drop touched my hair. His warmth brushed against my shoulder. You'll never stand in the rain alone again, he murmured. My breath caught. That simple promise struck deeper than any grand declaration ever could. That night, over wine at his apartment, the city lights painting his living room golden, I asked. Why did you defend me like that today? Adrian swirled his glass, eyes fixed on me. Because I've watched you fight every storm alone. And I'm tired of seeing you carry that weight. His hand brushed mine, deliberate, electric. And because, he added softly, I don't want you to forget what it feels like to be cared for. My lips parted with a shaky breath. His mouth found mine, tender at first, then deeper, sure. His hand slid to my waist, pulling me closer until I melted into him completely. For the first time, I wasn't standing in the rain. I was standing in fire. But ghosts don't fade easily. Ethan lingered at events, lurking with bitter smiles. You think Adrian's different? He whispered once, cornering me at a gala. Men like him leave. They always leave when the storm gets heavy. I walked away, but the words clung like damp cloves. That night, Adrian noticed my silence. He pulled me against him, his forehead against mine. Tell me, he murmured, thumb brushing my cheek. Is he getting in your head again? My voice broke. What if he's right? Adrian's answer was a kiss, deep and claiming. His hands traced my back, grounding me. Then let me prove him wrong. Every damn day if I have to. And he did. With every touch, every whispered word in the dark, every morning kiss against my shoulder. Ethan didn't give up. He kept approaching me, feeding rumors, trying to fracture what Adrian and I had. One evening, Adrian confronted me after Ethan's latest attempt. His eyes burned with jealousy, raw and unfiltered. Do you still care about him? He demanded. No, I whispered, pressing my palms against his chest. I care about you. His relief was fierce, his kiss rough and hungry. That night, passion became a language of possession, his hands mapping me, his voice a low growl against my ear. Every touch said what words couldn't: you are mine, and I am yours. Business victories came. So did setbacks. But through it all, Adrian stood beside me, in late-night strategy sessions, in stolen kisses by the office window, in laughter over cold takeout. Sometimes, arguments flared, sparks of ambition clashing. But they always ended in reconciliation, heated kisses on desks, apologies whispered between gasps of breath, love growing stronger in the aftermath. The rain still fell, but I was never alone in it again. Ethan eventually returned for one last meeting, empty-handed, empty-eyed. I just wanted to say sorry, he admitted. I was cruel because I thought it made me powerful. But you proved me wrong. For the first time, I felt no sting. Only release. Goodbye, Ethan. Adrian was waiting for me outside, umbrella in hand. On a rooftop garden strung with fairy lights, Adrian knelt before me, rain pattering softly in the distance. I promised you'd never stand in the rain alone again, he said, voice thick with emotion. Marry me. Let's build a forever where storms only make us stronger. Tears blurred the world as I whispered yes. His kiss that followed was not just love. It was home. And for once, the rain wasn't cruel. It was a blessing.